everyone, it's Linda from Full Moon Studio. Welcome back to the channel. On the shelf above my desk I've got a very sad empty box, and that is my Happy Mail box. So I need to start thinking about, putting some stuff in it, and I want to have pieces that are just really quick and easy to make and easy to send out, letter post, or I think you call it flat mail in America. So I'm going to be playing with a couple of Tracie Fox's kits. I've got the fabulous Floral Flourishes, and I'll talk about the other one in a minute. So I will link Tracie's Etsy shop, Facebook group and her YouTube, because this kit has got a companion video series about making a tag book. It's absolutely fab if you wanted to watch that. But anyway, the kit comes with different colours, and I'm going to show you the pinks. So there's big tags and journaling size cards, ephemera, smaller tags. I love this fairy. There are pockets, belly band, and there are tear sheets. So you kind of got that for every colour. So there's blues, pinks and oranges. I'm going to work with the blues today. So this is the blue tear sheet, and I'm just going to pop that out of my way. I've already cut up my tags, and bits and pieces ready to go. And I'm going to make a one-page project, but it's an A4 one-page project. And that's because, we usually do 12 by 12. But of course, if you do print digital kits, you have some really nice A4 papers, just slightly under. And I've actually got some A4 scrapbook paper from Prima, so I thought I'll give this a go and see if it'll work. So I just need to trim the border off top and bottom of this. So let's do that. Okay, but I'm not going to bother to trim the white border off. I'm going to leave it for a little bit of extra width because we're going to hide it. So I'm now going to put a 1/2 inch score down each of these long sides. I always have to remember when I do this to do it reasonably gently. Remember, I'm using paper and not, scrapbook paper or cardstock. So that, the other thing I have to remember is to use the use the scoring board and not the trimmer. So I've got a little bit to come off. It doesn't matter. Measurements are not actually, anything we need to worry about. So I can just trim my little accident off. Okay. So what I've got is my piece of paper, my white bits cut off at the top and bottom, and then I've got my 1/2 inches here. So I'm just going to fold that in. Now in my rush to make this, a light score, I think I might have made it too light a score on that side. Let's see. I think we'll be all right. That's us. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to fold it in half, and I'm going to eyeball all the rest of it now. So you don't need any measurements except that 1/2 inch, and then we'll also do some measuring when we cut the note paper to go in it. But other than that, righty-ho. So that's where we are with that. Let me just show you. I've got a wee prototype. So it's kind of going to be a little notebook with some pockets, and then we're going to decorate it and make tags. But that's the prototype. So we'll come back to this one now. So in order to make the pockets, I just want to fold up here, and again, I'm just going to eyeball it. So about there will do. Just unfold that because it just makes it that little bit easier to make sure everything's folded up straight. Okay. Happy with that. And now what I'm going to do is take this bit and fold it down. And I'm just going to tuck it under here by about 1/2 inch. Because I want to cut a couple of pocket notches in, and obviously I don't want the white to show behind. But this is a good little project for your single-sided papers. So let's see. just show you there. So about that much will be enough. Just be sure I'm happy before I do it. Yeah, okay. So again, I'm just going to be sure that I'm lining my sides up with each other. And that's our structure. Okay, so I'm just going to now glue in these sides. So this will make it, you know, reasonably strong at the edges. So we've got, you know, good firm edges. So let's do this side. Okay. Stay down. Right. So this is the bit I want for the pocket. I'm just going to fold this again this way. Yeah. And I'm going to fold it back the other way as well, just because that'll make it behave. Yeah, that's us. Okay. Right. So that's going to come down there in a minute, and these are going to fold up. So I want some notches here, and I'm just going to fold it in half. Right, and then get my circle punch, and if I do it like this, I'm going to get 2 for the price of 1, and hopefully they'll be symmetrical either side of the page. I'm losing my ring, my hands are cold, so I'm just going to pop it up out of the way. Right, so next job is to glue this down. What we'll do is just use a wee bit of glue stick. Now, I'm going to glue that down, and then I'm going to glue the pockets. Okay, but, and then, you know, I want it to be glued all the way down. But in theory, you could leave this open and make, just sort of glue it there and leave that as a pocket, or extra pockets. But I think for something as small as this, I'm inclined to glue it. So I think this is something that could, you know, be slipped into a journal as well as being a sort of little standalone piece of Happy Mail. So I'll just add a little bit of art glitter glue just to that very edge there, just to get us down. Okay, that's all good. And then I want to glue the pockets down. So I will do, you know, about 1/4 of an inch or so, just a little bit more than just the edge. And that is our cover done. And it's sturdy. It's really quite sturdy. I'm not going to glue this bit down because we're going to stitch in there. Okay, so the next thing I have is some paper from a notebook, and I just want to cut this down to fit in here. Let me just put my pin in my art glitter glue. Okie dokes. So I'm going to measure it for height first, and it measures 13 centimetres high. So I want to cut my height 12.5 centimetres, so 1/2 centimetre less than that. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually just take that off to straighten the curve off, and then I'll take the rest off from the fold. So do that, and turn it round, and let's do 12.5. Okay, so that's 2 bits, and lost my other bit. Here it is. So we will just trim that there. turn it round, and I think we said 12.5. I hope we did. Okay, let me just get these out the way. Perfect. Right, so the next thing I need is just to know what the measurement is across here, and it's 18.5. So I actually want to take a whole centimetre off widthwise. 17.5 then. Let me just do one, because we may not need all 4 sheets, and then I'll be absolutely sure I'm happy. Just fold it over. Yeah, that's okay. Fine. So, as I say, I think 4 sheets is too many, so I think we'll have the one I've got plus another 2, and that'll be 3. So 17.5. I really hope that's what I said. I think it is. Okay. And that's that. Perfect. Alrighty. So I couldn't distress it before I started. So I will just, if you'll indulge me, do that, and I'll have a little chat, tell you what's going on. I had a lovely day yesterday, lovely afternoon. My friend Sharon came for tea. Now, what with the pandemic and one thing and another, it's been a year since we saw each other. Now, you know, we used to see each other once a week. We used to craft together once a week, and it just hasn't been happening. So it was great. It was just lovely. We chatted for, I don't know. She came for tea, but she was here for hours, and it was wonderful. It's just so good. And you know, you don't see someone. I mean, we were messaging backwards and forwards, but it just honestly felt like it was just like last week that we'd seen each other. It did not feel, you know, that it was this whole year that had gone past. So, I mean, that was great. I should have done that a wee bit, shouldn't I? Not worry too much. Okay. So, yes, and we're both readers. And she had lent me fortunately, she'd lent me a bag full of books, and I'd read them all. So I got a replacement. She brought me 15 books yesterday. So they're not on my bedside table, but they are in my bedroom. I've got this tower of wonderful books to get through, so it's great. Because, you know, Kindle's all well and good, but I just find sometimes I can spend too long looking at a screen, you know, maybe computer during the day, and then really I don't necessarily want to read on a screen. You know, it's quite nice just to rest the eyes a wee bit and read off screen, as it were. So yeah, so that was my day yesterday. It was absolutely lovely. That is my little bookie nearly ready. So what we need to do now is put in our pages. So let's just do a quick measure down the, oops, is that my head? Sorry, center. Okay. Yeah, 12.5 centimeters. So half of 12.5 centimeters is, of course, 6.2. 6.25. I'm going to just tootle it about there. Right. Then I'm going to come up. Usually with these, if I'm just doing a quick notebook and it's just a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, you don't need it to be 5 for something tiny like this. I just come down 1.5 centimeters or 3/4 of an inch, something like that, from there. Okay, I've got a couple of clips. I know you've seen me do this before. I mean, I do know that, but not everybody's seen me do it before, so bear with us while we just do this quickly. Okay. And you know, I realise that, you know, a lot of people go, oh, I'd like to make a journal, but well, this is the way to start. Start by making yourself a wee notebook, because, you know, all the ideas are, if you like, the same, the binding's the same, but it just, you know, it's a great way to build some confidence, isn't it? Okay, so I've got my needle pre-threaded, and I've got this rather interesting thread. While I was doing the craft room clear out, and I got to the jewellery department, which I've still not really done anything with, but I found this, and it was a kind of waxed jewellery thread, so I thought, oh, that's pretty, we'll use that for a change from the, you know, from our normal ones. Now, I haven't bothered with my awl because I thought actually my needle was going to be more than enough. I seem to be banging my head on the camera. I don't know whether I've got it a bit lower than normal, or I've got my chair in at a different angle. I don't know. Anyway, right. So, you know how to do this. Down the middle, she said. Down the middle. Make sure you've got a tail. Then it doesn't matter whether you go down the top or the bottom here, but whichever. Back down there, pull it through. Then when we go back down the middle hole, don't split your thread. Just be careful to pull it out the way. That's us. And then we're going to go into this one, which is our last one. Pull it through. Okay, check everything's nice and tight, which it isn't. It will be. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm just going to take my needle back under there. All right. Take those off, put them out the way, and we'll just tie a nice square knot. So I'm going to go right over left and under, and left over right and under. Square knot, or it's a reef knot. I tend to call it a reef knot, to be honest, because there are sailors in my family, and I grew up sailing, so I used to be able to tie all sorts of knots in my sleep. Can't do it now. All right, that's us. Don't need that anymore. So we've got our wee booklet ready to go. So let me now pull out the bits and pieces that I've got to decorate it. I've actually got some scraps as well, so I may end up not using the tear sheet. So let's have a look. We've got some tags to start with. So these are the, I'm going to put that on the cover. These are the beautiful tags. And I have already distressed around those. All right, so I'm just going to put these here. Let's just check they fit. They needed to be cut down a little bit, and I just a little bit snug. A little bit snug, but they do fit. And maybe just take the tiniest little bit off the bottom of them, just, you know, half a centimetre maybe. Just that little extra bit, just to make them sit in a bit better. I mean, I suppose I should sit and work out proper measurements for all of this, and then you know, we'll know what size to make tags. But it's so easy just to fold it up. It just seems, you know, silly to get hung up on measuring, really, when we don't have to. And I'm a measurer, you know, I like things measured, but yeah, if you can get away with it, of course, it saves that bit of time. Right-ho. So I have got her, our lovely lady here, going there, and I've got all sorts. I've got butterflies, I've got labels, but I was thinking that I would like some sort of a label and probably a butterfly. Might all be too much. I'm just thinking if I tore that, or if I use this black. I don't want to spend ages doing these. I just, you know, as I say, it's just a quick project. Just have a quick fiddle about here and see what we think. We need a dark butterfly, I think, definitely. That's quite nice. I like that. I'm going with that. Right, so let's get this on. I think we'll just use the art glitter glue for speed. There we are. Oopsie. So put that on about there. We'll get that on there, and then the butterfly can just go there. Yep, like it there. Fine. Quick and easy. I mean, the one thing I suppose about having a kit, you know, I don't usually make tags and things as such straight from the kits, but for a project like this, it's great to have, isn't it? Just ready to go. Now, if I remember rightly, I've printed this onto sticker paper, so we should be able to peel it off. Yes, excellent. So I actually don't mind covering the S of ribbons up, but it still says ribbon. I think that's fine. Let's call that one done for now. Let's put her in there. Yep. It might. Now I'm looking at this and thinking maybe, just maybe we need something else. But I'll wait. Let's come over the other side now. This seems sacrilege, but I am actually going to cover up these little birds with this mini tag. And then I thought I'd put him on there, quite like that. And I fussy cut all around him, but what I haven't done, that little bit of white in there is annoying me, and I did have a little finger thing, but I don't see it, so I'll just bend this over and use it and just take the whiteness off. See, just takes that glaring white away, so that's okay. I think he's going to go on there like that. I think we definitely need some sort of a label for him, possibly a dark-ish one. Oh, there we go, flowers and feathers. Right, I'm going to put these on. I'm making it quick. This is, you know, not a tag tutorial. It's a little booklet tutorial, so I don't want to spend too long on these. So yeah, I know it seems really cruel to cover all this up, but I didn't want to just leave it completely plain. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And I realise my can you see my branch is kind of hanging in midair, so I need to put something underneath of that. Ooh, I've got this as well. Did I mean to use this? Ooh, ooh. Ah. Hang on a minute, I think I did mean to use that flower. Yes, I did. And then I think that's too bright. That's rather nice. Maybe we can get away with another butterfly, but it might be too much against the flower. Let's see what we think. Wrong colour for sure. No, don't like it. I very much like that. Birds can wait. I like that. I do. And as I say, I do just feel one might get away with another butterfly. Not that one though. All right, let's just change. Let's change this over. Let's do it this way. Quite like that. That would do it. And somewhere or other, I thought I had another little bit with that of that flower, just a little. Can't find it, but I had a little green thing, like a stalk, because it definitely needs something else, doesn't it? Where is my little green stalk? Not there. Not there. Not here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why don't we do... We could do this as well, couldn't we? That or that. Let's just tear this down and see what we think. Now I think I might be getting somewhere, but I'm, as I say, really upset with myself for losing that little green, excuse me, stalk. Yes. Okay. Just bear with me for 2 seconds, because I think I can put my hand on what I'm looking for. I can. Probably won't use it once I've put my hand on it, but let's just try. Let's just see it. Just feel it needs something else, you know. If you can't bear it, fast forward. You can always fast forward. Right. We just cut that more or less to size, so I know what I'm doing with that. That in there. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. Yeah, it needs something else, doesn't it, you see? You get there eventually. Oh, now I'm beginning to really like that. And that. Yay! I think we have a decision made. Good. Okay, so I need to get the flower on and his little stalky bit as well. So let's do the little stalky bit first. Okay. I'll probably end up just cutting a tiny bit of the corner of the flower off, you know, just so it goes outside the border of the tag. About there. Okay, what's next? I think it's that. Yep. Happy with that. And I'll put that there and that there. So the label next. Flowers and feathers, that says. And let's get our butterfly on, who's on sticker paper, hopefully. Yep. Yes, that's all right. I think I'm going to put that up there as well. That's one of Tracie's. It's a Tracie label, so fair enough. Just tuck it in there, I think, just in behind that. Straight is always good. Come on. Okay. So I think I'm definitely calling that done, unless I just want to put a little strip of something up the back, but we'll sort that out in a minute. So let's just go back to our lady here now, because I'm kind of feeling she's a bit plain, isn't she? I should have done something a bit more interesting with her. So I'm just wondering whether I can I peel up this butterfly? No. Can I peel up this label? Yes. Okay. I think I want to put something just a little more interesting along there, but it will need to come off the tear sheet. So let's see. I think I'm going to just kind of tear the smaller one, just tear it up there and see what I think about just sticking it in like that. Yeah, I'll be all right. Just felt it needed a little extra there. I absolutely love collage tear sheets, and I just think they're the most useful things. Probably, you know, my favourite thing sort of in a digital kit will be the tear sheet that might come with it. I just love them. Okay, stick back down our label. There we go. That's better, I think. Yeah, it just needed something, didn't it? Okay, front pocket. I think I'm going to use that. I mean, I definitely am going to use that. I think I like that, and it is just a question of whether I add on a little bit of extra at the bottom there. Just going to see if I can't tear just a slightly bigger piece. Okay. That's nice. Let's do that. Let's not mess about. Let's commit to that. Though I should have cut it a bit shorter, shouldn't I? Never mind. Ah. No, okay. Do that. That's pretty, isn't it? Delphiniums. Not sure what else, but definitely there's delphiniums there. That is such a pretty label. I think I want that to go there. I think like that. So let's glue the picture on the front. Likey so. Put this on. Oh, no. Sometimes, you know, if I get a sheet which is just labels, then I automatically print it onto sticker paper because it's just that bit quicker, but this one was obviously on a mixed sheet. So just trying to decide where I want it. I think, whoa, about there. That is very pretty, isn't it? Such pretty colours. And I don't think I'm going to put any more on it. Oh, I like him. Hold on, let's just try this one. This one. Do you know, I'm just going to hold it for a minute until I've done the pockets, and then we'll see what I want to do with the front. Okay, pockets. Well, this lady would just about fit on there, wouldn't she? And I could. I think actually that's too thin. Let's just tear another bit off of this here tear sheet. And I'll tear it a bit wider this time, and then I can use it kind of to decorate the pockets. See what we think. Like that. I like that very much. I'm going to cut it about there. Hope I'm right. Pretty good. So I'm actually just going to, I'm not going to think about how I'm going to decorate it. I'm just going to put these on both pockets. Yeah. I can't decide. Let's just cut a wee bit off of that. I don't think I'm keeping it, you know, neutral. Neutral. Blues, you know, I'm just monochromatic's the word I'm looking for, isn't it? All right. Let's do that. Just prefer the shape of it the other way around. That's us. Okay, so now I just need to add in, I don't know. See, that would do it. Oh, hang on. I've got birds. We could put birds in, couldn't we? We could certainly put one in that side. I'm just gonna swap my tags. Yeah, okay, let's do this side first. So I think this birdie will be fine in there with a label of some sort. What does that say? Flowers and feathers. That would be okay. That would be fine. Again, I just want to be really sure that he's not floating in the air, so I may have to bring him around there. And then I can put that over there. Right, commit. Let's get him in. I'm assuming this is a male bird. You know, the pretty ones are usually male birds, aren't they? So just assume that he is. So he can go there. Just look away if you don't want to see me amputate his tail. Done. Yeah, flowers and feathers. Oh, that's fine. And let's go back to this side now. Ah, that's cool. Got, look, the gingham matches on that side. That's very nice. So we'll just decide, do we want to put another bird in? Is it too much? It might be too much. But we could put a butterfly. We could put that. What else have I got? No, don't like the butterfly. I do have this lady. Oh, she would go there. She would go there. Need to just trim her a little bit, wouldn't I? I thought on the label. Ah. I think I like that one better. Maybe just put an extra little bit of this in. Might just make that a little bit more interesting. I've got this, hold on. Yeah, let's do that. Oops. That kind of works. I think it's going to be a butterfly. It's just a question of which one. That one. Right, done. Job done. Pop this in. Okay. Oops. Throwing things about. Just want to be absolutely sure that that's not going to interfere with my pocket there. It's not. And then we've got, oh, I've got another little label there that says ribbons. So we could just do that. And we could do that. Maybe. Maybe it's too much. There, right, committed. Sometimes think I spend more time, on these little projects. It's going to be a quick project, and then it isn't for whatever reason. Where am I putting that? There. So I'll just stick my butterfly almost down, but not all the way, so that I can get that underneath where I want it. Which is under there. Right, let's clear the decks and see what we've got. I am aware that I will just put a little strip of something on the backs of these tags, just a little something just to take the plainness off, and to use these little scraps up as well. But for now, let's call it done. Let's see where we are. Right, so here's the little notebook. I don't think I put anything on the back. So we've got pretty delphiniums on the front cover with a nice wee label. Pocket on the inside, it's got a nice birdie and our tag. Then we've got 12 sides of paper to write on. And another tag in a pretty pocket. I am more than pleased with that as a wee piece of happy mail to send to someone, or something just to, you know, send out in, put into a journal, that kind of thing. The only thing I haven't got, I meant to have something to tie it up with. So what I'll do is I'll tie it up with, put a charm, and put that as my thumbnail. So thank you all very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.